Alright, here I'm being asked to solve for t in this literal equation. The tricky part with this kind of example is that my variable that I'm trying to solve for is inside these parentheses. So the first thing I have to do is to deal with the parentheses. I have two options. My first option is that I can distribute this p-value through these parentheses, which is just fine, or I can divide by p, which I'm going to do. In this case, when I divide by p, the p's end up canceling on the right-hand side of the equation. On the left-hand side of the equation, I just get this s divided by p. And the right-hand side now, then I have just 1 plus rt. And again, there's no reason for the parentheses, because the parentheses in the first version of the equation were solely just to say that p was a value being multiplied by that quantity. But I've divided p out, the multiplication's gone, there's no need for parentheses. Alright, so what I'll do next, I'd subtract 1 from both sides. So I have SP minus 1 equals RT. And now in this case, again, I'm just solving for t, so I do the opposite of what's occurring there, which is the multiplication by r. I'm going to divide both sides by r. And then I'll get t all by itself. I get s divided by p minus 1 divided by r. Another option I have is to just distribute the p through the parentheses. That has the same effect of getting rid of these parentheses. If I were to do that, then the next thing I would do is I would subtract p from both sides. Again, the whole idea here is I'm performing operations to get this t by itself. I subtracted p from the side so that I would get this just the one term, the sole term then that had this p right here. Finally, then I say what's happening to my t here? It's being multiplied by p and r, so I'm actually going to divide by both of those. And in doing so, I get t by itself on the right-hand side of the equation. If you've seen rational expressions and know how to deal with them in complex fractions, you could show that these two solutions are the same. Importantly, though, is knowing the different techniques for solving for certain variables.